Yes. It is that time again. Welcome, only the champions. My name is Michael Oduse. I'm here with Kwame Boache. Now, there's a team in Madrid I call La Rojiblancos. Fantastic team. They are the rulers of the capital. It's a chant that they've been chanting that get the Vikings out of here. Who are the Vikings? Los Blancos, Real Madrid. Now they are meeting again for the 4th time in 4 seasons in the knockout stages of the Champions League. Fantastic. Kwame, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Michael.
Atletico de Madrid, Real Madrid, familiar foes.
Yeah.
Now, before you say anything, I want to just clear out a few things. Sergio Ramos, the bane of Atletico de Madrid. Now, you know, domestically, Atletico de Madrid, they rule. But on the European front, Real Madrid are ruling. Going into this game, what's going to happen?
You've said it all, and it makes it hard to predict this game against Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid because they've been to the Champions League final twice in the last 3 seasons. Both occasions Real Madrid won. So it's hard psychologically going into the game for Atletico Madrid because Madrid feel no. If there is anything at all we can do, it is against these people in the UEFA Champions League. We have the upper hand. But the trick here is that there is a 2-legged tie in the semi-final going into the final. There's not 1-0, you do it, it's done. Because even with the wins that Real Madrid had against Atletico Madrid in the final, it wasn't all that I caught you, I beat you, I won against you, like everywhere. No. Atletico Madrid had the chance to win, especially in the second final between the two of them. That is 2016. They really had a chance to win, but missed a few couples. So I think this time with the game being in 2 legs, they would have the luxury to make some kind of mistake in the first and then recover in the second. This is not going to be you make a mistake, you are out, we win. No. So Madrid will have to be really careful. But I still don't see myself going for Atletico Madrid in this game. Although I know, like the Champions League gods, as I always say, have to come in here. So I'm still backing Atletico Madrid to qualify, but it's a hard one unless the Champions League goals come upon us because Real Madrid won the last.
Now, Kwame, talking about the Champions League goals, what he means by that is the holders cannot retain the trophy as it has always been in the Champions League. The winners of the past season cannot hold or defend the title.
It's never happened since the introduction to UEFA Champions League. And I don't think there's going to be the first.
Yes, absolutely. If you're taking a look at the injury situation of Real Madrid, let's say, you know, the probable lineup could be Sergio Ramos, Caballero, Marcelo, maybe Rafael Varane, Toni Kroos, then who's the other guy, Casemiro, and then
but Michael, you know something? When you talk about these big games, right? Sometimes it's not all about the players, and with Madrid it's proven not to be.
Yes, but I just wanted to look at their injury situation and then look at the probable lineup and how they are going to match up. Because Gareth Bale is out, so they are probably going to play Isco, and then, you know, the other 2 fold of the BBC.
With playing Isco, I don't think he's going to be a bad choice considering his form in recent games. He's been brilliant. The Madrid fans across are all hailing him that this is the Isco we want to talk about. So I think the Madrid are playing some kind of well with individual players doing well at the moment. But this is the Madrid derby.
Absolutely.
Nobody cares about you playing well or not. Atletico Madrid can go there and then spoil an entire
Well, I wanted to pick your thought on James Rodriguez. How do you think he's going to influence the game, looking at how he came back to help in the El Clasico?
I don't think he can influence this particular game because for Atletico Madrid, with the first leg being at Real Madrid's home, it's going to be a more like, okay, we defend and see what we can get away from here. So if there is a player I expect to do better, is the usual Cristiano Ronaldo. Aside him, no one else.
The usual Cristiano Ronaldo, aside from him, nobody else. If you look at Atletico de Madrid, Carrasco is fantastic. Griezmann is also in there. Koke is also in there as well. Now, one fan who missed a penalty in 2014 wrote an open letter to the fans that he's going to come back and he's going to do it big. Make sure that the fans are very happy. Hopefully, this is their year. Hopefully, this is their Kwame. Finally, who's going to make it out of the semi-finals for Real Madrid and Atletico de Madrid?
I think there's the time to call upon the Champions League gods and say Atletico Madrid.
Atletico de Madrid are going to make it, coming from Kwame Boache. Now, I am going to go for Real Madrid simply because in Europe, Real Madrid are superb against Atletico de Madrid. Let's jump straight into tomorrow's game. which is Juventus against AS Monaco. Now Juventus, very fantastic. Earlier, 2 days ago, they drew with Atalanta, which wasn't, so cool, but
Monaco were brilliant in their last game.
They were brilliant in their last game, very fantastic. Now Dani Alves has come out to speak that, when he joined the club, what they told him was he should make history, and that is exactly what he's here for after kicking out Barcelona, his former team. Kwame, who's going to make it out of the semi-finals?
The fun thing about this game is we've seen Monaco in this year's Champions League, and their attacking is fantastic. Monaco against the Italian defense is going to be brilliant, and I love the way Buffon and Mbappe are doing that kind of thing. Okay, I respect you because he's 21 years older than him. I respect you. I know you've played, and then he's saying, "Oh, this guy is a brilliant chap. He's the best Monaco have had, like the Thierry Henry days." And of course, Thierry Henry played for Monaco, but he's saying even at that stage, Mbappe was better than Thierry Henry. So, I respect you, you respect me, that kind of. But I think
now the big question, going on social media is how the big men, or if they're not exactly so big, but how is from the midfield to the attacking side of Monaco going to influence the game? You look at the likes of Bernardo Silva, Bakayoko, Lemar, Radamel Falcao himself, and Kylian Mbappe. How are they going to influence the game?
They are the team, as you see. When you look at their games, you know that it's like calling the not so known players and then they gel for you. Absolutely. That is what the manager is experiencing now. He's experiencing a tactics that work with these particular kind of players that he has. So you score them 3, they are scoring you 4. You score them 2, they are scoring you 3. They are scoring the goals for fun. But mind you, Juventus is the team that eliminated Barcelona. Absolutely. And we know the attacking prowess of Barcelona. But they went away to Camp Nou and then did a fantastic job of keeping their lead. On that note, I want to show you guys, a small clip about how Juventus and Monaco met in 1998 at this same stage of the competition. Fantastic. Alessandro Del Piero was in there. Chelsea's recent coach is also was Antonio Conte was in there. Zinedine Zidane was also in there as well. Amoroso was also in there as well. Very fantastic players. And they won the first leg 4-1, and then they lost 3-2. Thierry Henry also scored. I mean, it was a fantastic fixture. If it's anything to judge by with that kind of game, then Monaco are going to be eliminated. Kwame, what's your call? I'm calling for a Juventus qualification here. I know Monaco have been brilliant. Trust me, they've been brilliant in this year's UEFA Champions League, considering the likes of meeting Manchester City, playing Borussia Dortmund, who is also on attacking side. So they've been brilliant, but this is the point where Juventus will have to show this. As we talked about in the early stages of this competition, that they need that small thing. They've done it against Barcelona. Barcelona is an attacking side, but they managed to keep them at bay. I think they are going to keep Monaco at bay and then qualify to the next round of the competition. I fancy them winning the UEFA Champions League this season.
I fancy them winning the UEFA Champions League this season. Now, AS Monaco are going to be kicked out according to Kwame Boateng. It will be Juventus and Real Madrid in the final, with Juventus winning it.
Juventus and Atletico Madrid. I never back Real Madrid because they are not going to win it.
Absolutely. I was thinking from my own thoughts. Sorry for that, guys. It's been a fantastic time with you guys. Mind you, send in your predictions and stand a chance of winning airtime. And also go to all our social media channels at Pulse Ghana Sports on all platforms. Go to www.pulsesports.com.gh or www.pulse.com.gh/sports. It's been a nice time with you guys. Catch you all later.